All right, can you guys hear me? Okay. Yeah, I had my audio muted. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. Buck live stream is minting now. So yeah, we have 8T3, Bia, what's up? Michael, Rajan, Cindy, Lon. All right, great. Number one, we're going to be going over software. Number two, going over tokens or NFTs. Okay, so tokens or NFTs. Number three, market conditions. Or why I'm not touching tokens right now. And then when number five, when to get into tokens, when to get into NFTs. And lastly, let's talk about number six, scams to stay away from. All right, so here's what we're going to be talking about today, guys. We're going to go over our software. I'm going to show you guys a little demo preview of what you guys are. I know some of you guys are in there, and a lot of you guys are new in the NFT space. Like how do we use this software and things like that. We'll talk about budgets as well. So we'll talk about budgeting NFT purchases and sells and stuff like that. How much to start with? Starting money, starting budgets, etc. Stuff like that. All right, great. And if you guys are inside our crypto community, our Discord, make sure you collab land yourself. We have a lot of, like, I would say we're only collab land like maybe like 30 or 40% of people. So not even, maybe like 20% of people. So make sure you go and collab land yourself and join the holders group. That's where a lot of the value comes in. And, I mean, why you purchased the NFT in the first place. Some of you guys might have purchased it to flip it, which is fine. But basically, if you are in it for the education part and you're in it for the software part, go ahead and collab land yourself. You guys should also be able to access the software now. Those of you that have minted already, you can go ahead and start accessing the software and taking a look at this and seeing what's going on. Okay. And yeah, no problem, Eric. You got it. Yeah, sick hoodie. Yeah, I love this hoodie. What's up, Ignacio? Rishi, what's up? Dana, Trezia, what's up? All right. Larry, okay. You got it. Okay, yeah, volume is good now. Okay. All right, guys, let's get started. You guys are excited? Type in boom, type in excited, type in let's fucking go in the chat, and let's get it going. I'm super pumped to be on this live stream with you guys, as always. We're going to be going over today the software. I'm going to be researching some NFTs. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on some of these NFTs that we're going to go over. And I'm going to give you guys an idea about the market conditions right now and seeing what the market looks like right now. And we'll also be going over our bucks and what's happening right now with the floor price and what's happening with like the sales and stuff like that. So right now we're at, let me refresh this, total of 1,309 items. And so usually what I've seen is that minting starts to happen like, later on in the day, not in the morning as much, but it starts to happen like later on. We start to see a lot of people jump on and start minting our bucks. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty yesterday on our live stream. And so there were a lot of people that could not mint the public price and they were waiting for it. So right now we're at 1,309 items and we have 464 wallets that are holding. And the floor price currently is at 0.129. So mint price is 0.1. So it's cheaper than floor right now. So head over to Buck NFT. So you can also click on this link. buckbucknft.com. And this is how you mint. So click on mint now right here. All right. And we're going to be minting until it's fully minted, all 3,300 collection. And so we're going to continually be working on our marketing this week. We have live streams going on. We've got some ads that we're going to be running to the community, not just for pre-mint, but also post-mint as well. Those ads are going to keep running. And we're going to let you guys know what that looks like in our Discord chat. And we also have some really cool updates in terms of like what the community would want to see and what the community is like really interested in. So first, before we get into all those, you know, really crazy cool ideas, let's just get into the meat of why you bought Buck, right? Or if you guys are vegetarians, the veggies into what Buck is all about. So essentially, like, let's go into our research software. So what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to be doing some research here, and I'm going to be going through and finding different NFTs, and we're going to go over them in this call right now. Okay. Now, there is a reason why I'm not going to touch tokens right now. And the reason why I'm not going to touch tokens is because it's a very volatile market right now. And I'm hearing from different places, I don't know how true it is, but I'm hearing from different places that there might be a correction, a slight correction, or even like a little bit of a dump in the tokens market before we even start to see like some more stability, especially in like May. But then after that, but I don't know, anything can happen, right? Because what happened last year and what we expected this year kind of happened, but it was like either early or late. So we don't know what can happen here. But right now, I'm not going to be touching tokens right now. There's a time and place where I will be touching tokens, and I'll be making some meme token calls later in the future, but just not right now. So to give you guys an idea, like I'm not going to touch this right now. We're just going to go into NFTs for now. So for the NFTs, let's go and take a look at what people are buying, the top traders are buying today, and what they're selling today as well. Now, I have some thoughts about the other side. I know some of my friends are super bullish on it, like really, really bullish on it. But I'm also looking at the reality of this thing. I was saying back at 5 ETH floor price that this thing is going to keep going down. And I believe, you know, this isn't like, this is my own personal beliefs, not financial advice or anything, but like, I believe that something like this was kind of like, it felt like it was like a cash grab, right? So if you guys don't know, the other side is the Yuga Labs, Bored Ape Yacht Club's new NFT project. And I want to talk about this one in particular, because this is like one of the biggest NFT launches in our time, right? And right now, like literally, and it happened a day before we launched our whitelist. So this happened on Saturday. So they launched this thing, and look at how much crazy volume this has. This has like 192,000 volume traded. Floor price is sitting at 3.7. I believe, honestly, like I believe it's going to go down even lower from what I'm seeing and the momentum that I'm seeing in the past few days. So from Saturday up until today, Tuesday, what I'm seeing here is that this thing went down from like a 6 ETH, 7 ETH down to like, I was watching it 4 ETH, 4.5, 4. Now it's at 3.7. I think honestly, it's going to keep going down. And the reason is because there's 97,000 supply and 33,000 owners. The only reason this thing would go up like crazy if there's like crazy amounts of marketing, which there is, but in terms of like supply and demand, what I've been seeing is that the buying pressure is not matching to the sell pressure. There's more people wanting to sell because obviously they buy this thing, they minted this thing, they want to sell it, right? It's the most, like, that's why you buy NFTs, is so you can sell it down the road, or unless it gives you some more value in why you're holding. So in this case, there's more sellers than there are buyers of this thing, because they fully they got all the early buyers in it, and now they're trying to get more people buying it from where, from different marketing and different investors coming in. But this is actually really cool because knowing that there are 33,000 owners, these are people, 33,000, it kind of gives me an idea of like the market size, market share. So when we're doing business and we go into a business and let's say we're selling, I don't know, we're selling like cupcakes, right? In a certain area, demographic. We want to know what the foot traffic is for that area. We want to know how many people are in there. We want to know the demographics of like how much money they have, right? We want to know the age range. We want to know if there's schools around the area. We want to know if there's like, all these things that are going to be strategic to the business. So when I look at 33,000 owners, what I'm looking at here is I'm looking at potential market size of these are people that are willing to spend over $3,000 to mint an NFT. 33,000 of them. And there could be more, right? So when I look at potential size like this and I look at the NFT market alone, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that an NFT market is small or do you think it's big? Type in NFT market small or type in NFT market huge in the chat box. If you guys think that NFTs are like, there's 33,000 people here willing to spend $3,000 just out of nowhere. And well, it doesn't necessarily have to be 33,000 people. It could be 33,000 wallets, but there's a lot of wallets in there that are willing to spend this money, right? And so if you take a look at the volume traded, 192,000. So let's do the math here. 192,600 times about $3,000 ETH. That just in the floor alone, just within after the fact that they fully minted, $577 million were traded, right? And this is the fact after the fact that they sold their first 96,000 items. So now let's take a look at 96,000 items, and I want to see how much the mint price was. Mint price was about $2,500. So just in terms of dollar amount, right? So let's take a look at that in dollars. So 96,700 times about $2,500 per mint. What is that? How many zeros is that? That's $241 billion million dollars that Yuga Labs just made since Saturday. And then with the transaction fees, they've also made, if it's 10%, maybe like 50 million here. So about maybe 300 million that they made. Could have been more, but I don't know anything else other than that, just looking at it, eyeballing it from here. So this shows that there's a huge market in NFTs. So you guys may think like, okay, well, Teo, where are you going with this? Well, where I'm going with this is that this is a new business, right? NFTs is literally a new business opportunity for people. You think about it, when people were selling, when people were, the California gold rush, when people were, they were out there and they're headed to California, massive hordes of people going into these California gold mines so that they can get gold, right? You guys know who made the most money out of that? Take a guess. Take a guess. How much money, who made the most money in the California gold rush? Like the people that were flocking towards California and working in the gold mines. Guess who made the most money? Let's see who's smart in this room. But basically it wasn't the people mining the gold, right? It wasn't that. It was the people selling the shovels that made the most money in that gold rush. So you take a look at it, right? It's not, yeah, it could be the people trading the NFTs, but also the people that are making obviously the most money in this are the ones creating the NFTs and the ones that are essentially like, this is an entirely new business, right? You could trade the NFTs. Yes, that's fine. But honestly, I think like, making the NFTs, creating a really cool project around it, that's where like I've seen where a lot of the wealth comes in. And so we went from like, buying NFTs, trading NFTs, to then figuring out how to build an NFT. So later on, as a Buck holder, we're looking at getting you guys access to trading to how we did it ourselves. And not only that, but also bring in other experts that has sold out NFT projects and the type of marketing strategy that they did. So I think there's a lot of people in this room that also want to learn how to build NFT projects and build their own NFTs and launch it and things like that, right? How many of you guys would want that inside of our Buck community? Type in me in the chat box if you guys want to learn more about that, like how we sold our NFTs so far at Whitelist, and how we created the contract, how we built the the utility around it, and all that stuff. Type in me in the chat box, or yes, let's go. Because if we get enough demand, we may start training on that for you guys here as well, as we're also selling out our collection here. So let's go right into the software here. So like that's the first thing that I see. So I know you guys are going to ask, like, what is the other side and why is there so much money being pumped into it? That's what happened here. I mean, Bored Ape Yacht Club is basically like, it's the biggest NFT project, right? And so these guys created another NFT, which I think was honestly just a cash grab, because the only other utility, which from I see, is like you get land in the metaverse. It's a cool tool. They have awesome marketing, and obviously, we want to jump into projects that have amazing marketing and are doing really well. But also, some of the projects that I do jump into are more of the ones that I'm in it for the long run, where I'm looking at long-term strategy, and I'm looking at like not just the hype train, because the hype train you can get wrecked on. Imagine if you bought this thing about, like, let's say a few days ago, right? Let's say you bought this at public price, OpenSea market, for like 9 ETH. Can you imagine how like frustrated you'd be? There's so many people right now that are frustrated on Twitter. They're pissed. They're like, dude, I bought this thing for 9 ETH and now it's worth like 3 ETH or something like that, right? Or I don't know what the floor price was a few days ago, but it was definitely higher than 3.7. I was watching this thing. The floor price was like 5 or 6 ETH. So even at 5 or 6 ETH, ETH right now is at $3,000. Even at 5 to 6 ETH, you're paying like 18,000, 15,000. Now the floor price here. So let's say theoretically you paid 6 ETH for this a few days ago at $15,000. Now the floor price is at $10,000. You've just lost $5,000 in here. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's crazy to see that. But once again, like looking at the number of items and owners, there's just way too many items, way too many owners, way too many people sitting on here thinking the same thing. They're like, well, that sucks. I just lost like, $5,000 at the top when they bought it at the top, and then now it's like going down. So now they're thinking of also liquidating and getting out. So it's a horde mentality in NFTs. Like when people watch, I guess you can say one person watches another person and they're like, well, what are they doing? They're also selling. Then it might cause that effect. Now the NFT project, they have to work a lot harder and getting more marketing to getting more buyers in here as well. So that's what they're trying to do here, is they're trying to get more buyers. Now, could this be a dip? It could, but honestly, it's more than that. It's more than just a dip. It's literally, they're working at a different level that they've never worked at before, because Bored Apes were 10,000 collection. This is a 96,000 collection. So it's at a way different level, way different capacity, bigger market share, bigger audiences. And it's quite a challenge for them. I mean, kudos to them. This is really inspiring in terms of like how much effort and how much marketing it is to doing something like this. But yeah, 15-year-old. Yeah. I was watching that too. I was literally like watching that 15-year-old boy, Rashad, and apparently he knows one of my friends, Steve Tan. I met Steve like years ago in Thailand, and basically like he's like one of the biggest holders of this one here. Otherdeed. He made a lot of money because obviously he minted at $2,500. Now the floor is like $10,000, so he made 4x on that. But yeah, so this is really interesting. This project right here. Oh man, I have like this crazy nose thing. Hold on one second, guys. I'm actually gonna blow my nose here for a second. All right, so I'm back now. Um, Now let's go and take a look at some NFT projects here. Now, once again, if you guys are still jumping on into our live stream and you're watching this, we're an NFT project we're minting right now. So go ahead and if you haven't yet, go ahead and get your bucks. It's 0.1 ETH right now. Whenever I jump on these live streams, we tend to see like a lot of people jump in and like start to mint, which I'm seeing right now. It's because we're doing this also to market this to other people so they can see our project as well. So essentially, let's go take a look at the top tokens, NFT tokens, aka NFTs that people are buying here. So we obviously have. Let me do this. Let me just so you guys can see it on the screen a little bit easier. Okay. All right. So, oh wow, Rashad's Twitter is frozen. That's crazy. I don't know why. Okay, so this is out, NFTs out, and let's go to NFTs in. Okay, NFTs in. Okay, you guys seeing this? So now let's take a look at some of these NFTs here and see what they are. So we have Otherdeed, and this is the top. Once again, this is not everybody that is buying and selling. Otherwise, if it's everyone, I can go to IC Tools and I can find out how much the total volume is for this. Right, I can go in here and I can see all that. This isn't what we have. This is completely different. This is what only the top 1% of traders are buying. So that's what we're seeing right here. We have number of holders, and then we have total supply. Eventually, what we're going to look at doing here is we're going to do like percentage of holders to supply. But right now, we're just eyeballing it right now. So we have something beans, we have doodles, Bored Ape. So these are like the blue chips. So they're obviously buying blue chips all the time. And what I've noticed is that these are traders. They're buying and selling blue chips because they're transacting on a lot higher level, and they also have a lot higher risk tolerance as well. So they're buying an NFT for 100 grand, for example, and they're flipping it for 120 grand. Sometimes that 100 grand maybe 80K, right? So they always have that risk in here, but there's a very unique opportunity for these high level multi-million-dollar traders here to go in and basically start trading these things. So let's go down, and I'm not going to look at these because these are the blue chips right now, and they're always going to be trading by these top traders. But what I want to do is I want to find something that I want to find something that people are, the top traders are buying at heavy volume, and something that I've never seen before, like literally something token. So let's take a look at this. They have a website called americana.io and mint something token now to guarantee holder exclusive access. So I don't know what this is, but apparently $80,000 of top traders bought this today, the past 24 hours. And let's go to OpenSea and see what they have in their OpenSea. So this is what it looks like. The floor price is 0.53, 2,000 volume traded. That's quite a lot. Let's go to activity here, and wow, what the heck just happened here, right? So this is what I mean by like getting alphas. Like imagine if I would have seen this earlier, and if it was at 0.04, if I would have logged into this to VanioSoft and I would have looked at the activity and I would have seen this a little bit earlier, like it's pretty crazy what happened here. So I don't know why this thing is blowing up, but it's blowing up right now. And could it be a good idea to get in at 0.53 floor price? It could, but it is a gamble. Now let's go in a little bit deeper on why the heck this happened. So if we go to like all time, we can see when they first minted. So when they first minted, it was at 0.06, and then April 13th, 18th, 0.06, 0.02, 0.03, 0.04, and then from 0.04 to half an ETH. I mean, guys, like maybe they had like a crazy like announcement, or maybe they had like like a collaboration, or maybe they had something went on here to warrant this from going from like 0.04 to 0.5 ETH, right? It's actually so fast that it wasn't able to update its average price from 0.3 to 0.5. So it's moving pretty quickly. So I actually want to refresh this later on and see what the heck happened here. So basically, let's go and take a look at this. let's see what happens. So first thing I want to do is I want to look into their Twitter. I want to see if there's any news. So they have 14,000 followers. You know, you don't need like 50,000, 100,000 followers to blow up. Like you just need quality people. I see all the time like these like 50,000, 100,000, like we're gonna blow up, we're gonna blow up. It's 100,000, but then like they don't do as well as someone with like, let's say 14,000 or something like that, because now these are more quality people. So I love seeing NFT projects that have like 14,000 people that have like crazy amounts of volume and has sold out as well. And also like, I love seeing stuff like this because like, I have no idea what the heck is going on. So Americana is building the next step for Web3, global provenance, things that exist, physical world is huge. And before there was no ways to do it, for example, blah, 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 blah. I want to know what this project is all about, right? Okay. And look at this, the floor price back at, let's say May 2nd was like 0.045. So imagine this just picked up in VanyaSoft. You know, this was picked up in VanyaSoft, and we're seeing that top 1% of traders bought $80,000 of this. How many of you guys like think that's crazy? Like just to be able to see it right here versus going into a Discord and later on hearing it from your friends that, oh my God, this thing is going up. We can see it already in here that this thing is going to blow up. It's already blowing up right now. And I don't know why. Could it go to 1 ETH? Let's see. Let's refresh this. So the floor price is 0.53. Now it's back to 0.5. So it's like, you know, and then we also have people selling here as well. So with 10,000 items going back to 0.5. Let's take a look. Let me refresh this because I think that 0.5 is going to be gone here. Let's refresh that. Yeah, you see that 0.5 was gone. That 0.51 might be gone as well. So there is some sell pressure, and there's also a lot of buy pressure here as well. When we come out with our charts for buy and sell pressure, we're going to be able to see when is a good time to enter in, because right now I'm just eyeballing this. Remember how like I still eyeballed like the ether scan? Now I don't have to do that. Now what I want to see next is like the buy pressure and the sell pressure, because if this is a good buy, then it might be a good time to get in, right? In that case. But now see what we're doing here is I'm scrolling down and I'm seeing that 17 minutes ago, this was 0.6. So the floor price is going down. But that also means that there is a time when it's going to start to get back up again if there's enough buy pressure. Because what happens here is that there's 10,000 people that, 10,000 of these that are available on the market. So people are looking at selling, and 4,000 owners looking at selling at 0.5. But this is also a very risky play as well until I figure out what the heck is going on. Like, why is the floor moving up like this so quickly? When I figure what that one piece of information is all about, like why is it moving so quickly, then I can get a guesstimate if I should get in or if I shouldn't get in. Okay, it's kind of like one of those. So let's take a look. So about 33 minutes ago, it's hovering at 0.6. It was 0.5 as well. 30 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago, 0.5, back to 0.6. So it's hovering right around 0.5, 0.6. Now here's the real telling thing. An hour ago is 0.7. So it means that it's going down. The floor price is going down. So it might have done this. It might have done from a 0.04 and then started climbing. And then it started to dip as well, right? So that's probably what that's looking like right here. Is like it climbed from 0.04 earlier, but then it started to dip. So if I was just sitting on VanyaSoft and I saw that it was, I could have probably gotten it like a lot cheaper, maybe 0.1 before it started going up to 0.5, right? This is the value of VanyaSoft, is that we can see these things. We can find these things before anyone else does. All right, so yeah, you can see all these things right here. So 0.8, 0.7. So is this a trade that I want to get in? No, because it's way above my risk tolerance. It's way too risky for me to get in. Could it go from 0.5 to 0.7? It could, right? It could. But now what I'm watching here is I'm watching what's happening in the minutes. So like right now it's at 0.51. I want to see later on what's happening here. I'm watching this thing like a hawk, and I want to say, okay, Is it a good time to get in? And you can see there are two more sellers right here at 0.5. So the people that bought in cheaper, they're starting to sell it now. And how many of them? I don't know. I don't know how many are left that have bought it cheaper and are selling at 0.5. So this is something that I don't know. And it's something that is very risky, and I'm not going to get into this. Okay. Yeah. Whales are also selling, all those things. Yeah. I probably got to take some antihistamines. Yeah. Good advice, Cabby. All right. So that's one token that we just found that is doing something crazy. It just fully minted out like a few days ago, and now it's doing something insane right now. And early minters probably got like an amazing deal on this. Let's take a look at this one that just sold. So this one sold for $1,400, and let's take a look at how much the original owner bought it for. So the original owner bought it for 13 hours ago, minted 13 hours ago. Okay, so okay, so that's what happened. They finished minting like maybe 13 hours ago, because this was a mint right here 13 hours ago. But you can see the floor price. So they finished minting, and this person bought it for $193 right here, and they sold it 12 hours ago later for $400. Okay, so that's what happened. They finished minting and this project blew up. But it took a long time. You can see also over here that it took them a few days to finish minting, right? That's a 10,000 collection. 10,000 collection is way harder than like a 3,000 collection. So they had some volume here, and then all of a sudden, so they took about almost a month to finish minting. That's crazy. But after they finished minting, the floor just blew up like crazy. And so this person bought it for 163, sold it for 462, and then this person that sold it for 462 sold it for $1,400. So the person that could have bought it for 193 could have sold it for 14 if they just waited like a few more hours. But they sold it for 400, and now and then that $400 person sold it for 1,400. So I guess a good trade for both people. Okay, so I don't know what this is, but buy and sell physical things on NFTs. Oh, okay. So that's what it is. That's cool. That's a really cool utility, right? And that's probably why this thing is blowing up. Now, what's the floor price later? We don't know. We don't know. And this is very dangerous territory, because if you're seeing something like this, there's a lot of chances of it going down as well. It's not sustainable. You don't want to just have a straight hype chart. I really don't like those type of charts, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. It could go down from 0.5 to 0.25. It could go down from 0.5 to like eventually over time to 0.3, right? You don't want to have those type of charts where it just goes straight up and all the way back down. That's really scary. Too risky for me. I'm not going to jump into it. Let's take a look at another one here. NFT worlds. Okay, so we already know what that is. I'm looking at stuff that I've never seen before. Cyber brokers, we've already seen what that is. NFT.com Genesis key. Okay, $38,000 were purchased just in the past 24 hours by top traders. So let's open this up. Okay, no items found. So I'm not sure where they bought it, but it's not found in OpenSea. So it's probably not an OpenSea thing. Let's go back again. So we were over here. Let's go to the next thing. Invisible Friends. So they bought $30,000. Cool Cats. 1-1s. Okay, here we go. I saw this alpha called in our NFT chat last night, and I looked into it. So 1-1s. Let's open this up. Let's see. 1-1s. Okay, floor price is 0.14. There's 6,000 items, 3,000 owners. Let's go to activity. So before it was 0.17, now 0.18 average price. So there's good volume on here. So there's pretty nice, healthy volume over here. And so it's 6,565 companions. They'll transport you to the hidden magical world. All right, let's see. So 0.14 floor price. let's go to activity level. And, once we get the charting for this up in VanyaSoft, I don't have to do this manually anymore. So scroll down. Yeah, it's I really need to take some antihistamines. My sinuses are getting worse and worse. Right outside my window is like all this like greenery and trees and flowers and all that stuff. All right. So the floor price before about, let's say, 20 minutes ago, it's hovering around the same. Like it was actually lower. So this is a good sign right here. Well, it was 0.15. I think these are rares. So, but yeah, 0.15, 0.4, 0.15. This is just in the past hour. There's so many transactions happening right here. But before it was 0.2, 0.18, 0.2, 0.18, 0.18, 0.18. So it went from like a really high floor price to a lower floor price. So what this is showing me here, 0.2, right? This is showing me that the floor price is going down. 0.3, 0.15, 0.14. So what, 0.1. So what this is showing me here is that the floor price is going down. 0.15, 0.14. So yeah, the floor price is going down. So there might be another entry later on at a little bit cheaper price is what I'm seeing over here, because 0.14. And if I click on buy now, let's see, there are 1,000 items available for sale. So that's almost like 1,000. Let's take a look at the math here. So 1277 divided by 6565. So 20% of the of people that hold, 20% of the supply is being sold right now in the marketplace. So these are people that are wanting to flip the project, right? Let's actually see. Let's compare with BuckBuck. Let's see how much we have here. So let's go click on buy now. So we have 93 out of 1,300. So 93 divided by 1311 times 100. So we have 7%. 7% of people, 7% of our BuckBucks are on the marketplace, whereas this one is 20% of the items are in the marketplace. So a lot more people wanting to sell than hold. And so that's what we're seeing right here. So could the floor price go down even more from 0.14? It could, as what we're seeing right here. So let's go to buy now and see there's a lot, and then it's now 0.138. So what I'm seeing right here from my observation is that it might be a good project, but also these people here might want to sell for a lot cheaper and get profits. So let's take a look at 0.138. Wow. So this is really telling right here. When you're seeing that someone bought it for 0.2 and now they're flipping it for 0.13, they're taking a 0.07 loss on it. So this person's literally taking a loss on this. Oh, actually it's sold. It's sold. Transfer and then sale. So let me refresh this. No, it's listed for sale. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna blow my nose again. So yeah, it's basically someone took a loss on this, and that's not a very good sign, because if someone took a loss on this, that means that this project either doesn't have a lot of utility for them to incentivize to be holding, and it's just an art project, and that's probably what it is. It's an art project mixed with marketing. So the one's NFT project built on storytelling, blah, 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 art, blah, 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 profile picture, blah, blah, blah. And then they have another NFT, but there's like really no utility behind it. So it might be just, and that's probably why people don't want to hold it. It's just literally just an art project. And so that's probably what we're seeing right here. Hold on. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. All right. And that's probably what we're seeing right here is that it's just an art project. And you guys know me and art projects, like that's a flip for me. Like if a project has really good marketing, then I'm going to let them do the marketing all the way up until when it's ready to sell. And when it's ready to sell is when you start to see that. You remember I showed you guys on that curve. So let's go to whiteboard. Remember when I showed you guys this? The best time to sell a project, if it's just an art project, is when it starts to do this. Well, let's do this here. Okay. The best time to sell is when it starts to do this right here. So when I see it go from like 0.2, so let's say you minted it at 0.05 or something, right? Like 0.1 to 0.05, somewhere around there. When it starts to go from 0.12, and then it starts to dip to like 0.16. And then it's looking like this, 0.19, 0.16, 0.14. These are the ranges where I'm looking at selling. Because could it go down to like 0.1 and then like 0.08? It could, it absolutely could, especially with a collection that has a lot of volume, like a lot of supply. And especially if this collection also has a lot of holders. So there's a lot of people in there that are thinking the same thing. And especially if it's a collection that has no utility. Right? So a collection like, for example, like the Americana, where it does have a utility, the only problem with this is that it shot up too quickly. And there's a high risk that it could fall down too quickly as well. They never really created any support zones. It's like creating a building, like a 2-story house or a 3-story house, right? With a 2-story house, you have to have enough support for the 2nd story and then the 3rd story. But if you don't have any support for that, it's gonna fall down. It's the same thing that's happening right here, is that if you don't have any support, like as it's going up, you don't have people supporting it at certain levels, you may find yourself as a hyped project and a lot of people trying to sell. So that's probably what we're seeing right there. Okay. Does that all make sense, guys? All right. So that's the reason why I want to sell at these levels right here, is because these are the levels where I see it starts to dip. And if I got it at these ranges right here, this is kind of like a good level for me to take profit on. All right, so that's what that looks like. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, that's 1-1s. Yeah, it looks good, but it would have been better if you got in earlier. Now you see the floor price is 0.138. Now it's 0.129. You guys seeing this? Like I'm showing you guys live what's like play by play, what I think is going to happen. And you see 0.12, because this is a project that is based on hype. There's a lot of projects that are built on hype, and hype can destroy a project. Hype can literally, like, people are just here just to make money. They're not here to hold or to really build a community or anything. Okay, so let's take a look at the next one, Gojira. So yeah, this is one where it has a low supply. Okay, so there's 3,000 available. Look at the floor price on this thing here, guys. There's 3,000 of these available, 253 owners. That means there's a lot of owners that, that hold this thing. Floor price is 0.39. Let's take a look at how long this took for them to get to that floor price. So they were at 0.135. I want to see what the mint price was for this. That was an airdrop. So let me see if there's another one here. That was also an airdrop. Let's see what the mint price. I don't know if they minted. I think they might have just airdropped. But yeah, this one, I'm going to look deeper into this one. But that's a cool project. I mean, like, can you guys imagine if like Bucks gets to this level, 3.9 ETH? So each one of these, this is a 3,000 collection as well, like ours. Each one of these has, the floor price is 11,000. So that's 11,000 for each one of these. That's crazy. And there's only 253 holders. That's not a lot. All right. So now I'm really interested in this project. I might want to take a look into it. I might even buy one. Okay. So let's take a look at OXOG. So there's 351 holders. There's not a lot. So let's take a look. Holders 326, maximum. Sorry, this is 352. We have some bugs in our software that we're looking at working out as well. We fixed a lot of them, but we still have some of these here. So the holder is 326, so max supply is 352. Let's open this up. What's the difference between an airdrop and a mint? So an airdrop is something that the contract has passed over, versus a mint is you buy the item. So the contract gave the person the NFT, and they either paid for it beforehand or they paid for it later. So that's what that looks like, or they just were airdrop, meaning that it was technically free because they didn't mint it for ETH or anything. It was sent to them through the contract, through the actual contract. Yeah, it's written in there. All right, so let's take a look at this one here. 4.4, holy crap. 4.4 floor price, 1,800 volume traded. Let's take a look at activity. So this is a project that's been going on for a while. Okay, it's been going on for a while. And for some reason, top traders bought $12,000 worth. And that's about one of these. So it's not really telling, like it's only one person that bought it, right? So when you're looking at the floor price as well in the software, you're seeing $12,000, but it's only one NFT. It's not like 4 or 5. We may add another feature in here. I'll tell Ricky this, but we may add another feature here where it's like, how many NFTs were that? This is only one. So I'm not really interested in that. Okay, regulars, $9,000 bought, 9,000 supply, 2,000 holders. So let's open this up. I've seen this before. It looks kind of weird. Looks like one of those like you guys remember oh, what is this movie? Alice in Wonderland. It looks like one of those guys from Alice in Wonderland, the Tweedledee and Tweedledum, right? That's what it looks like here. So let's go to activity. Holy cow, look at this. So this is what I like to see right here. What I like to see is this part right here, guys. So somehow these guys started to blow up like crazy. I don't know what the heck happened here. Oh, this was only one sale. So you guys can see right here, the reason why it's so high over here is that it was only one sale. So I don't know what happened to this or their contract, or I don't know what happened here because we only see like one sale here and there, but it started to blow up right here. So it started going from like one sale. So this is probably what happened. They were probably working on this back in December, and they were just doing like, they had the contract up and running, but they didn't really start marketing until just recently. So this is what I love to see. I love seeing this. You guys remember how I was saying that I don't like to see a chart go straight up and then it could go straight down. That's probably what happened right here. It went straight up, straight down in terms of like volume, right? But I like seeing it as it progresses over time. And you can see the bigger bars as it keeps going up and up, right? How far can it go? Who knows? Could it go back down? It could, it absolutely could. But I like to see it if it was like slower, steady progression. Like this is perfect. It's been over multiple days and they've been growing over multiple days. So this is a good indicator right here for me. Okay. So I'm looking at this project and I'm looking at average floor price. It went from a few days ago from 0.06, 0.04 to 0.12, 0.15, and then 0.3 to 0.36. So this is a really good project in terms of like what I'm looking at in activity level. So the top traders in our software bought, let me see how much, $9,000 worth. Holy crap. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. $9,000 worth of this. And this is the floor price is at 600. So if we do our math here, so $9,000 worth divided by 600 is 15. So they bought 15 of these things. Why? This is really interesting. So let's go dive deeper. Let's go into their Twitter. Okay, there's 4,000 followers here. And I just don't get it. I think it's an art project, but I think there's more to it. Trading at Swap Regular World project by Pops. So this is the owner right here. They have their NFT Discord here. So let me open it up. So I'm going to take a screenshot because it's on my other thing, but they have a total of 800 members. 2,900 members are online. And like I said, guys, you don't have to be a 50,000, Discord room to sell out or to do really well on a project. You got to have real people in there. That's the difference there, right? Okay, so I have to verify. Okay, now I'm verified. Okay, so now let's go to general chat. Let's go to their roadmap first. High res prints, blah, 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 yearbook, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care. Regulars will be able to get jobs and work for ERC. Wow, that's why. Okay. That's the reason why this thing is blowing up. And we're finding this early right now. I might buy a few actually. It looks so weird though, but I might buy a few. So the reason why it's blowing up is this part right here. Regulars will be able to get jobs and work for ERC20 tokens. These tokens will be required to mint future NFTs in the regular universe. Interesting. So other things are considering and working on is regular corporate IDs as company membership NFT, regular store, and then regular trading app. So this is the interesting part right here. I've never seen that. But what I like to see about an NFT project is that the ones that succeed is if it's solving a big problem in the space. And I think job creation is a big problem. There's so many people out there that want to work and they need to find a job. We're also working on building that in our Bucks token because we plan on creating our Bucks token. I won't tell you guys more, but we do plan on creating our Bucks token for our holders, and that's going to solve the job problem. Like we're going to be able to utilize Bucks tokens with freelancers, right? And so that's what we're going to be using here. More details on that later on, but basically, yeah, they're going to be able to get jobs and work for ERC20. That's cool. So let's take a look at their docs. Okay. They have a roadmap here. Regular jobs. Okay, so wow, that's what it looks like. Regular jobs allows regulars to get a job and earn salary in the form of ERC20. That's something that's cool. These tokens will be used to mint new world building and artistic NFTs in the regulars universe. Regular jobs does 4 things. Work for a company, allows you name your regular on chain. Oh, you can name your regular. Wow, that's cool. Gives you a regular job title, gives your regular salary for the regular ERC20 tokens. So they're coming out with a token. I love this. I love it. I love everything about it. Regular jobs is not a way to earn passive income through yield farming, backed by any monetary value. Okay, so it's not yield farming. It's literally creating jobs. So regular jobs will be a free mint for, okay, so it was a free mint. So this is a free mint project. It'll be 1-for-1 mint for each regular held. Jobs are transferable and reassignable. There will be some special regular jobs for regulars with certain traits. Each regular will only be able to mint 1 job. There'll be a maximum of 10,000 regular jobs that are corresponding to 10,000 regulars. The mint will be closer to a certain sale period. Regular jobs utility. So having a regular job will allow you to name your regular on chain. So you can name it. That's really cool. I've never seen that. The name will appear on the NFT with the picture of the regular it's assigned to. Each regular can only have 1 job at a time. Wow, cool. You'll be able to trade regular jobs in secondary markets like OpenSea. Upon transfer, they will become unassigned. Unassigned regular jobs will carry the job title and salary to the next one. Holy crap. So, wow. So you get to name your guy, whatever, I don't care. But this person here is now working. I don't know how they're working, but they're earning money. They're earning the tokens somehow. So you claim, okay, so here it is. So you can claim the salary, the ERC20 tokens, which is like a regular token like Dogecoin, right? For example, Shiba coin. Claiming the regular jobs ERC20 token will cost gas. Okay, so if you don't claim your salary within a specified range time, the job will stop earning until the token is claimed. The regular jobs token will likely be named regular dollars, but it has not been finalized yet. The new NFTs in the regular universe will probably periodically be available in the regular store, mintable with the regular jobs token. They'll be tradable on the secondary markets like OpenSea. I love it. I love it. So you can also, they have a trading app. Okay, it's in the beta testing right now. Let's take a look. Discover regular. So this is basically passive income here, guys. So what we just found through ValueSoft is an NFT project that gives passive income. And how they do that is by giving these regulars here jobs that can earn tokens. I love everything about these passive income plays. So now I'm thinking about getting into this project, right? So what am I looking into? I might actually buy some right now with you guys here. So first of all, I'm looking at what the floor price was about like a few hours ago. A few hours ago, floor price was like 0.4, 0.3, well, this one is probably like a different rare 2.5. Someone bought it for 7,000. 0.3, 0.3. 6 hours ago, 0.3, 0.3, 0.3, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. So the floor price was really high. Actually, 0.2. Yeah, it's the same, really. The floor price was the same, steady at 0.2. Our software later on, when we build the charts, it's going to show all these like on an hourly basis as well, like 0.2, 0.2. As a matter of fact, it's already on IC tool, so we're actually just going to do that. But it's going to show the buy sell pressure, which I'll explain later. All right, so let's go into here. Let's go to regulars. I got to log in actually. I might be logged in already. Okay, so we can see in terms of like hourly, this is just 1 hour, 4 hours, 1 day. So in terms of hourly, the floor price is like pretty much the same at like 0.2. So it's been the same 0.2 floor price. Some of them sold for a lot higher. These are probably the rares, but pretty much they're all the same, like 0.2 range. So it's pretty steady. Let's take a look at 7 days. This is probably going to go up. Yeah. So 7 day time, it's gone up. So I love projects that have these supports. Okay. Let me explain. Let's go to 30 days. Yeah, exactly what we thought it was like before. They were just like, it wasn't as hot until just recently. So 7 days ago. Okay, so we're at 7 days. Now this thing is blowing up. It's blowing up right now. This is where I see the supports at. Okay, so I'll show you guys. I love this project. I love it. I'm actually going to buy a few. So let's take a look right here. Kind of like, let me do this. So like right around here was kind of the support. Okay. It was holding up pretty well at like, I don't know what this price is. Maybe it was 0.02. So it's holding up really, really nicely at 0.02. Okay. Now the next level is right here. The next support level is like sort of right here. And this one was at like 0.08, I would say. Like average 0.08. The next one is right here. There's a new one right here. And then this thing went up like crazy. You saw it movement right there. So this one right here is at like 0.13. Okay. So 0.13. This is really nice. And this one, the new floor, the new support right here is at like 0.25. Okay. So in this case, this one is 0.25. So I really like where this is going right now because at 0.25, like it could be another support. Like it just keeps going up and up and up. And knowing that there are $9,000 bought from top traders from our software, this is telling me I don't care about IC tools and I can't really tell. So here's the thing, right? I can't really tell if there are big traders in here. There are Bored Apes, there are Azukis, there are Cool Cats. That's what we have right now. We have top Bored Apes, Azuki, Cool Cats, and like one other one. I think Mutant Apes and another one. So we have 4 or 5 top trader wallets in here, and they're the top 1,000 wallets. And so what we're seeing right here is that these top traders, the smart people, bought 15 of these NFTs, maybe more, because if the floor price was lower within the past 24 hours or so, but they bought quite a lot. We're actually looking at segmenting this into like 1 hour, 4 hours, 8 hours, stuff like that. Right now, we just have 1 day. So that's like 24 hours, but we are looking at 1 hour, 4 hours and all that stuff. But right now it's like $9,000. So, and I'm seeing that the floor is steadily increasing over time. I'm not looking at it in a 1 day flip. You know, if I'm looking at a 1 day flip, you're not going to make it, because how many NFTs go, flip in 1 day? Not very much. There might be a few, but not very much. And if you were to catch that, it's literally like a 1 day flip. It's not a longevity project. I like to buy NFTs and I like to hold it for a little bit longer. And if the NFTs are making me money and passive income, like what I'm seeing with the tokens, that's something that I really like. So I'm actually going to be buying a few of these here. Let's go ahead and buy some. So let me log into my other wallet here. Give me 1 second. I really like where this project is going. So, and I like the token part. Now lastly, let's take a look at the Discord. Okay. Let's see. But based on what I'm seeing, I like it all. It's a perfect combination of like a really good project. So let's go to general, and the general chat's looking pretty good. Let me take a look at the roadmap. So that's a roadmap. Official links. They've got their website here. They have a swap, so not your vibe. Oh, cool. Wow. You could even swap. If you don't like your NFT, you could even swap it. That's really cool. Wow. Interesting. Okay. So they have a swap there, and they've got their OpenSea. They have their looks rare and the rareable. So pretty normal. So Twitter, Instagram, regulars, AMA, they have an AMA. Interesting. I think we might want to do an AMA as well. If Jeff is on, or Bia, if you can figure out how we can do something like this for our project, this is really cool. So they're talking about designs. I want to see if there's anything here about the token. So let's do a search. No questions about the token. It's all about the design, which is weird. So what I can do is also I can go into general and I can search token in here. Okay. Do you know how the work and token issue will work? So I guess Tappy is the owner or something. I don't know. You will earn a token. Let me see here. We earn money from jobs. You will earn a token, which we use to buy other NFTs within the Regulars ecosystem. Then you can technically sell it for those. Okay. So that's what it does. So so the NFTs work for you to get tokens. That's smart. That's super smart. So you can get another NFT. So you can sell the other NFT token pretty much. So it's basically passive income because you're earning another NFT. That's what it is. These guys, the Regulars, are earning tokens, which you can use to buy another NFT. Super brilliant. I love it. Instead of doing airdrops by holding, they're utilizing a token to for their next collection that you can buy the NFT with the tokens that you've earned from your regular earnings in here. So essentially their next collection of NFTs, you can buy it for free if you have the tokens already because of what your current NFTs were earning. Super smart. And also I love the floor price. Everything speaks to me. This is like a good purchase. The floor price is steadily increasing. There's no hype straight up and down. It's steadily increasing by supports. The supports are looking really good. And there's new supports every single day. And not only that, but top traders bought $9,000 worth in the past 24 hours. I wonder, let me see, let's go back. Now, another thing we can do is we can go back and go, let's say 7 days. And I want to see, let's type in regulars search. So not 7 days. Let's go 3 days. Okay, so in the past, so they've been buying even more. Okay, in the past 3 days, it looks like right here, $15,000 worth. In the past 3 days, they bought $15,000 worth. So they're buying more and more. So with this, and when we get our charts here, guys, this is what you're going to be able to see. Top traders, how much are they buying of this NFT in a chart? So right now, we're seeing that there's $15,000 worth, and they're buying more and more of these each day. So this is within the past 3 days. So we saw $9,000 bought just within the past 24 hours, and another $5,000 bought within the past few days. So the smart traders here have an idea that this is probably going to be a good project, right? So let's buy it, and let's see. Let's go ahead and buy it, and let's see what happens in the near future here. I'm probably going to do another review video so we can rank #1 on YouTube for this NFT. So let's do that. So let's go ahead and buy this NFT. Let me go ahead and connect to my other wallet. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so I'm in my other wallet right now, and what I want to do is I want to type in regulars. Okay, that's the one, 2.14 floor price. And let's take a look, like which ones am I going to buy? So now I'm in the process of thinking of which ones to buy, right? So the next thing that I do when I'm looking at which NFTs to buy is I'm looking at the rarities. So I'm going to open up like a few of them here. And I want to open up the ones within the price budget range where I'm looking at purchasing, which is like the floor price really. So I'm looking at rarities and I'm searching in here, just real quickly glancing at it. And I'm searching for like, if any of these have like a really low trait, like a really low percentage trait, right? So let's take a look in here. There's nothing in there. Okay. They're all pretty common. There's like no rares here. They're all pretty regular. You know, no pun intended, but they're all pretty regular. Like this one here is very regular. Like it doesn't look like your average like Instagrammable person, you know, it's like just regular people like you and I or whoever. I mean, unless you guys are like Instagrammy people, but these are just like literally like regular people. So that's cool. I like how they did that. So I want to buy this one here. This one here is $600 at 0.214. Okay, so I want to buy this one. So let's go ahead and buy this. Oh, there you go. So let's buy that. Let me go confirm on my phone. Okay. Oh, let me cancel that. Try it again. Okay, gas fee is a little high. It's like 54 bucks. Let me see what gas fee is right now. Gwei. All right. Okay. All right. So I just bought that one. I might look at buying some more just because of how the floor price is looking right now and the type of and what it's looking like in terms of like you know, in terms of like just eyeing the floor here. There's these support levels right here that's looking really good. And that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, guys, I'm not ashamed to say that I do use Icy Tools. I mean, they have a really cool tool, but I could not have found this project on Icy Tools. That's what I'm saying. Like if I go to Icy Tools, I have no idea of like what to look for. You know, I can look into the calendar, I can look, but they don't have the top 1% of traders. This is the difference between our software and Icy Tools. I'm not ashamed to say that I use it. I use it for the charting. But we're also building charting from what we're seeing, what we need in here as well. Because honestly, I don't care about the charting of like what everyone is doing. I care about what the charting of what the what our now actually there's two things. I think we might even pull from Icy Tools API into ours, where we can see both the charting of what the floor is looking like and also the charting of what the top traders are buying. That's what I want to know, is what top traders are buying. So there it goes right there. So this one here, I just bought this one. Let me refresh this one. So now I own it. It's in my wallet. Okay, there it is. So it's in my wallet right now. And let's see what happens. So I bought this one for about 600 bucks. I already have an offer for $400 right now. So I can take it right now if I wanted to cash out. But obviously I'll lose 200 bucks plus gas fee. So I'm holding on to this one. So another good indicator is that if an NFT project has offers already at the floor, that's a very good indicator. Like if you're saying like all these offers, that means these people here are either using a bot to snipe it below a certain price, and they see that if it does dip to that price, they can sell it at a lot higher. So they're playing with people's emotions here. But in this case, like I kind of like it. Oh, look, there's another one here for 0.2. So these two here decided to sell it for a little bit cheaper. But right now I'm pretty happy with where it's at, 0.214. And also when these NFTs are going to be making money, I'm going to look more into this project a little bit deeper, and I may buy some more if this is like a really good project right here. I wish I would have bought it at 0.02, obviously, 0.06 when it was over here, but I didn't see this until now. I didn't see it until Vanyasoft picked it up and showed me that what this looks like. Okay. Does that make sense so far, guys? Like it's making sense in terms of like, why I'm using Vanyasoft and why I'm using Icy Tools at the same time is because this shows me what top traders are doing. Okay. All right. So we have some questions here. Quick question. Is there a possibility that the 9,332 may be the cost of one rare one instead of taking that price and dividing it with the floor price? Yeah. So that's why, Matthew, we're going to add a new module in here on number of NFTs that they purchased. But from looking at it in terms of like 3 days, it looks like they bought more, another $5,000 somewhere. So, but also, yeah, you could be absolutely right. You could absolutely be right. It could be like one NFT purchase that's a rare. That's why we're going to add that next module. Jeff, if you can let Ricky know about that module, because I know I'm not going to write it down somewhere, but if you can let Ricky know about that module, let's create a module to show like number of NFTs bought in here. So we get to see it. So it's not just one rare. But looking at Icy Tools and looking at like my other analysis, what I've been telling you guys, it looks like a really cool project. The floor support has been going up like steadily over time. You can see from the 27th to 29th, that's 2 days. So in 2 days, it's 0.02 and 0.02 over here. People complain that the floor price hasn't gone up in like 5 minutes. They're like, when floor price go up, man? Like, please, floor price go up, please. Like, but you can see good projects take time. You guys have to understand that. Good projects take time. It's not going to happen overnight. If you see a project that you believe in and you truly believe in it, hold. If you see a project that if you're there just for a quick flip and you want to gamble because with gas fee and let the gas fee take all your money, you're always going to be at that smaller range. But if you have bigger plans, imagine the person that bought a Bored Ape for $300 and they sold it for $450 and they're like, they think they're brilliant because they didn't see past what the project potential is because they just wanted a quick flip, right? So for some burger money. If you want life-changing money, you hold on to the projects that you really believe in. And I don't say that lightly. If you guys want to be successful in anything in life, you hold on to the things that you believe is gonna be a lot better in the future, right? No more of I would have, I could have, I should have. Oh no, I should have held on to Bitcoin when it was $10. I should have held on to Ethereum when it was $40. I should have. I saw it, but I didn't move on it. I moved on it, but I didn't hold on to it. I saw that this could have been a big thing, but I didn't hold on to it. I would have, should have. for something temporary now, hold on to it if you believe in the project for something bigger later. There's a saying, work like no one would, so that later on you could live like no one could. So if you were to work right now for, let's say in this case, if you were to work really, really hard, like no one would, so that later on you can live like no one could, would you? Yeah, I would. I'm doing it right now. I mean, I work my butt off, and I make stuff happen. And not a lot of people can live the life that I live, honestly. Like no one, not a lot of people can take 3 or 4 months vacation time and not have to worry about their business if it's going up or down. I do that every year. So that's pretty much like why you should look at, in terms of NFT projects, look at NFT projects. If they have a long-term like relationship, long-term like roadmap with their people, then those are the ones that I'm going to hold on to a little bit longer. That's why I'm holding on to the ones I've been telling you guys about for a while. And the same thing I'm going to keep saying, like if I'm convicted in a project and I have a lot of conviction in the project, then I'm going to basically keep that project and hold on to it. Like Mad Meerkats, I've been calling Mad Meerkats at 1500 Crow, and I've been saying the same exact thing when I'm telling you right now. Like, this is a project that I believe in. I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm gonna keep holding it. I was also on a webinar when I had bought these Mad Meerkats. I have to go back and get the replays, but this was my e-commerce webinars when I bought Mad Meerkats at $178, and look at where it's at now, 3 or 4K. So, and I'm still holding on to it because I still believe in it. So if you really believe in a project, the ups and downs won't feel as bad. Right. So that's what I'm doing right there. So that's one that we found just today. That's a really interesting one that we found on VanyoSoft. Let's see if we can find one more here. Let me see something here. All right. So let's take a look at another one here. Let's take a look at Meta Hero. Let's open this up. All right, Meta Hero OpenSea. We've got the OpenSea link right here. 6.7 thousand. Okay, 4.9 floor price, 252 owners. This looks very interesting. This is kind of like the Gojira project. 15,000 trade volume. Yeah, it's looking pretty good, but there's not. I'm looking at this and I'm like, I don't know if there's like an entry in here because it's been around for a very long time. So for something like this where I don't see like a big catalyst and I don't see it like, I don't know, I don't see it mooning, I'm not going to buy into it. So let's skip on that. All right. OXOG, never heard of this one. $12,000 were purchased. Let's open this up. I want to find one more project to buy into today. All right, let's take a look. 4.4 floor price, 352, 326 owners. Nah. This is a hype project. Enter private mint round to mint one NFT phase 1. All projects that they're going to release. I don't know about that. I don't know. This one looks interesting though, with a 4.4 floor price. Looks interesting. Take a look at that, a little bit. House phases, but it's not something that I would buy, just by looking at it. House phases. Let's open this up. 7,000, 5,000 owners, 1.05 floor price. And it looks like it's been around for forever, hovering around that floor price. No recent changes, no activities. Not like it's gonna stay here forever, so I'm not gonna buy into that. Okay, Artist Seasons, $10,000 purchased. Open this up. Okay, so here we have 7,000 items, 3,000 owners. Activity level. Okay, all right. So this is one that I like. You remember the charts? the graphs, if I'm seeing something like this, okay, I love seeing charts like this. So if I see the chart do something like this, right, and it starts to go up and up and up and up, and there's like different support levels, like right here, there's another level of support right here before it started going back up, another support level right here, and then this is kind of like the next support, which is the same thing as this, really. So we're still in the same support right here, but there was a big jump from here to here. Let me actually make that a little bit more visually pleasing to the eye. So we have this support level here. This was kind of like a steadier, slower support level, but like right here. Okay, and then this is the next support level right here. You guys see that? So we have at this level right here, this was like 0.06. So at this level is 0.06. Okay, and then this level right here was like 0.93. Wow. Well, let's do average, like 0.8, 0.7. Let's do 0.8. This one was like 0.8. Wow, that's a big jump, 10x right here. And then right here is 1.5, 1.4, 1.5. Okay. So right here is 1.5. Okay, I like this. Let's take a look. Let's take an example of a NFT that has something similar like this. Okay, so let's take a look at a blue chip project. Like, could this be a blue chip project? It could, possibly, maybe, right? Who knows? But let's take a look at OpenSea, and let's look at Doodles. Doodles has like a perfect example. Okay, so let's go to all time. All right, perfect. Same thing here, guys. It looks like it's about to do another jump, but this also has support levels, right? So over here, we had this support level right here. So that support level was like 1.4. This is 1.4. And you can see it's months before it even gets to this, you know, so it's not like a quick overturn. So this one is 3. So this next support level right here, as it jumped up, is like 3 ETH. And then it kind of jumped, and then now it's got this support level right here. That's what I want to see. This support level right here is like maybe like 12. So I'll say 12 ETH. Right over here is about 12 ETH. And then it jumped again. And then we have the new support right here, which has been here for a little bit until it jumps right here, the next jump. So from 12 to about 13, 14, 17, 15, as high as 21. So I'll say, you see, that's also why sometimes if it's all the way straight up, it's not really sustaining, and then there's going to be a dip to 14, and then, but it's held up pretty good. It's like 20, 14. So I'm going to say like 18, average 18. Okay. So this is what I like to see. I like to see progression, not just a straight up and down, because the straight up and down looks like what we see right here. Okay, that's a straight up and down, is like right at that right here, right here. That's a straight up and down. I don't like to see that, because straight up means there's always going to be a straight down. Okay, what I would like to see is I like to see overall progression like this, new floors. And this took them, Doodles took them October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, April. So May. So it took them 8 months. 8 months from Doodles to go from 1.4 to 3 to 12 to 18. What do you guys think is going to happen in Bucks? If, you know, if we're constantly building, we're going the same way we're going right now. So we have 1.4, 3, 12, and then 18. So over here, this is really interesting, because when we're looking at other support levels, like what I just saw with this one right here, this looks like a really interesting project, right? So not Doodles, but let's take a look at Art of Season. So I like to compare it. So this is Doodles floor. This is Doodles. 1.4 to 3 to 12 to 18. And this is the art of whatever is 0.06, 0.08, 1.5. And it's holding really well at 1.5. So I like this project here from 421, 425, 429, 53. This is a steady, nice and steady increase over time. I really like this project. So let's take a look at this Art of Seasons. Okay. Now you own an art that acts as a gateway passport, giving you advanced access to exclusive art. So more art. Okay. But I doubt they're selling because of the art. Maybe they are, but no. It's the same. This is the same as this. I don't understand what the difference is. This is the same as this. This is 1.5 to this is 1.5. Rapid fire winter. Winter rapid fire Renga painting. I don't understand what the difference is. They are both the same crap. It's both the same thing. Okay, interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look at their website. Okay, looks good. Let's take a look at their Discord. Okay, so this is what their Discord looks like. Let me show you what it looks like. So it's this 6,000 online, 15,000 members. Okay, so let's join. Let's go. Oh, I have to do CAPTCHA. Okay, so let me do the CAPTCHA bot. Okay, let me do the verification thing. Let me just close some tabs here. Okay, let's log in. Okay. So now I'm verified with CAPTCHA. Oh, it still didn't let me in. Let me try that again. All right, cool. So now I'm in. Okay, so whenever I buy into a project, and it's a really high price point. I mean, the floor price on this thing, and from looking at it, activity levels, like it's looking pretty good. Like it's looking like steady floors here, and maybe 1.5. Actually, 1.1 is the cheapest that I've seen. So it could dip down a little bit to that. And the floor price right here. So let's go to take a look at buy now. Let's go to IC Tools for a second. And the art seasons. You guys see how I just shortcutted my success? Instead of looking at IC Tools, I'm just looking at what the top traders are buying and what they believe in long term. So these are longer holds. If you guys want to know, these are longer holds. So 30 days. Wow, that's looking beautiful. So 30 days, it's been steadily going up. And it's holding its support level. Means that holders are holding and they're not selling it for cheap. They're not selling, they're not going up and down. They're holding, and there's good support levels here. So it looks like the support level right here. Could it go down? It could, but could it go back? Could it go straight? Like it absolutely could as well. Right. And we can see this line right here. It's looking really, really good. Like this is looking like a longer term project over here. Could it be worth what Doodles would be worth? Maybe. I mean, Doodles at one point was also worth 1.36, right? So let's take a look into a little bit deeper into the community. So what I want to do is, if it's something that is a little bit of a higher investment, like 1.36 is like $3,800. I want to look more into the project. I want to spend a little bit more time in here, maybe like 10, 20 minutes looking into this thing and seeing what this is all about. So let's go to like floor talk. Okay. General chat, official links, maybe announcements. So official links, this is their website. Okay. I want to know what this is. Okay, so traits, the next project. And so this is what we're going to do, guys. We're also, for Buck holders, we're going to give you guys a concierge, which the concierge, we give them NFT projects to look into, and then they'll put it on a spreadsheet, what they found, like just the important stuff, right? So we have a team that's ready for that we're gonna put in there. 80% complete on the artwork. Okay. Renga is the next project. I mean, all I'm seeing here is like it's an art project, but I'm sure there's something more to it. It could be like really just a really cool art project that's going up steadily. Okay. What is a utility? On top of the traits, the time evolving art itself, each Teos piece is a passport to future works and products. So I guess holding it, you just get a passport to future works and products. So yeah, I don't know, but it's going up. I don't know why it's going up, but they're probably doing really good marketing. And so another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Twitter. Okay, I'm going to click on their Twitter here. And I want to see what people are talking about. So remember empathy map? Oh, hold on. I changed my password. Remember I talked to you guys about empathy map? So the empathy map is basically what people are talking about, right? What your customers are saying about your product. And so right. Okay. So with okay, so let's just go into Twitter now. So with that being said, I want to find out what people are talking about. Okay, so let's go into their Twitter here. Where is it? All right. Okay, so in their Twitter, there's 49,000. Hold on, I don't know why it's not logged in. Oh, okay, I'm logged in now. Weird. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to find like what hashtags they're using. Dirty robots. I want to see what hashtags they're using and why this project is going up. I have no idea why. Their last tweet was just about their art. I'm so confused. I have no idea why people are buying this. But that was March 24th. So their actual last tweet was 20 hours ago, and it's just art. Interesting. People are saying good evening. Whoa. When Prince. Okay, this is legit just an art project that's going up like crazy. So that's really interesting. Okay, so Vanyasoft told us that there were a total of, how many are there? $10,000 purchased. And so each one is like 3,800 bucks. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this one. I'm going to have to take a closer look into this on why it's going up, but I do like, so a few things. I do like that the floor price is going up steadily over time. It's not like in a rush to pump real quickly. It's going up over time. I do like that about it. In terms of activity, so there's quite decent activity here, because at these higher levels, like you don't get a lot of people buying $4,000 artworks, you know. 2.5 ETH, 1.3 ETH. So there's quite a bit here. There's quite a bit. 1.4, 1.4. Let's IC tools this. Yeah, so IC tools is showing like, from as low as 1 ETH to like 1.4. So in this case, if I see it drop to 1 ETH, that could be an entry because that's like the support level right here is like 1 ETH. So that could be an entry right there. Below 1 ETH is probably not possible. I mean, with that many pieces. And so we have here 7,000 and 3,000 owners. Below 1 ETH is probably not possible. It could get to that if there's like a huge sell-off, but I don't think it would be because it took them like another week right here from 0.07 to like 1 ETH, and then another week, and it's stabilized at like 0.1. So like if it does go to like back to 0.1 ish, or I'm gonna watch this thing and I'm gonna do some more research in here, some more digging to see if it's worth the purchase. But for now, I don't see any of the utility of why people would want to hold it. So it's kind of weird. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking at right there. Okay. All right. Okay, you guys getting that now? You guys are seeing like how I go into the software, how I'm finding these projects and what I'm looking for here a little bit better. You guys getting value in this call? Type in value in the box if you are. But that's what I'm doing right here. Laser Cat, what the hell is this? $19,000. Laser Cat, $19,000 were purchased. I skipped that one. I missed that one. 69 owners, 520 items. Let's take a look at this. Could this be like another Gojira project? Total owner is, wow. This is, yeah. So it was 3 ETH. Now it's 6 ETH. So it doubled. But let me see here, all time. Yeah, this is kind of scary because you saw the last time what happened to 6 ETH and went all the way down back to 4 ETH. And then back up to 7 ETH, 6 ETH. So this is kind of scary. And also there's a lot of volume here. In terms of activity, there's, I mean, not a lot, not a crazy amount. Like you're not going to buy one and be able to sell it in 5 minutes. Looks like it takes time for that to happen. But yeah, I'm going to look into this one. You can stake it and a pass for private channel, alpha, but also access to our exclusive NFT tools. It could be staked on this website to gain fish credits, to buy real life items. Interesting. Okay. I don't know, but this looks interesting. Someone bought it. So 19,000. I think that's one. That would be like one of these. So yeah, it would be one of these. So someone bought this. So it's only one. So I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. I want to see like lower price projects that have potential to do like a 2, 3x, 10x type thing. Because those are my favorite types of plays. If I can get a 3x or a 10x out of it over time, those are my favorite type of projects to get into. Yeah, absolutely. We got all these people in here saying value. The Art of Seasons is a solid project. Been in it since 0.13. There we go. I mean, we've got someone in here that was in this since 0.13, right? So you already 10x right here if you held on to it, right? It's at 1.3. That's cool. Yeah. So I don't know a lot about this, but Vanyosoft picked it up and it looked like there were more. So the art tier, let me see, where was this? How much did they buy? Let me just season, right? The Art of Seasons, they bought $10,000 worth. So that's about like, how many is each one? That's about 2 NFTs. So top traders did buy into this. And if they did buy into it, it might mean that it could be a good project to hold on to for a little bit because it's steadily going up. It's kind of like a longer term project. But if I see that it could trend down a little bit more, you could try to snipe it for a little bit cheaper. Or if you feel like, this is kind of like the floor right here and it's just up from there, then that's a good possibility. I mean, even right now at a 1.36, there's an offer for 3,000. So, and also more offers here as well for like 3,000 ish. So if I were to buy this, right, I wouldn't have any risks of not being able to sell it because there's already offers in here and many, many different offers. So this is kind of really, this is a hot project. I mean, if there's that many offers on this one NFT at the floor price, it seems like there's a high demand for this thing. So yeah, and look at this one. This one even has more offers. So it seems like there is a pretty decent demand for this thing. And congrats, Brian, for getting it at 0.13. Right? This is really awesome. But like, that's what I'm looking for. Imagine like, if I see the next project, another project, and I see its floor price doing something like this, right? And slowly, steadily going up over time. Not a huge hype project. This is a slow and steady project. It just launched last month, but it's a slow and steady project. 1.14 to 0.15, and it's nice and steady, right? This is not like a 5-minute flip, guys. This is like a 1-month flip for 10x. You can see the projects that take time. The projects that have like the 1 ETH, like, oh man, I wish I would have this one at 0.1, but would you hold it for 30 days? You know, a lot of people say, I wish I had this. I wish I would have bought it at 0.14, but think to yourself, really think for yourself, like, are you willing to hold it even on the down cycle down here if you really believe in it? That's what you have to really ask yourself. It's like, would you really hold it during the down cycle and throughout the good and the bad, if you believed in it, and wait for it to watch it go back up again to like really ridiculous amount? Oh man, I wish I would have bought it at 0.08 floor. Yeah, well, I don't think you would have bought it because, you know, looking at the floor price, it's been going down and down since 0.15. It was only until recently that the project started blowing up again. So that's something to look at. But now looking at the floor, looking at the supports, it's looking really, really strong at these levels here. Okay, so Brian's chipping in here. So has a well-known artist, and besides the art, it's a whitelist for the next projects to come. Oh, nice. Okay. Still holding for over a month. I like that idea. I mean, like, if they were able to pull this off and now holders get a whitelist for the next project, you know, and the whitelist is usually like the lowest price you can ever get. That's why for Buckbox 0.05, if you guys slept on it, you slept on it, because you know, it's not going to be 0.05. But basically, like, the whitelisters get the lowest price possible. And so yeah, that's cool. I might just buy it just for the whitelist for the next project, because this, like, imagine these guys have the marketing, have the list, have the people behind this project. The next project that they get whitelist access to, just imagine how much money you can make from that one after it starts to go up after a month or so, right? So if you can hold on to a project for over a month, you can, and if you see the potentials and you see the trends and you see where a project can go, that's where success really happens, is when you can do that, and when you can hold off, not looking at it in a 5-minute flip, like, oh man, I'm so anxious, I want to refresh the page like 50 times and see what the floor price is. But it's when you hold the project for a little bit longer and you believe in it, that's when you can start to see some more success. All right, cool, guys. So yeah, once again, our Buck is still minting. So head over to mint.buckbucknft.com. And those of you just joining us that don't know what it is, basically we're an NFT software that finds the top 1% of holders and what they're buying and selling. And we use that for our market advantage and the intel that we use to look at purchases like these, because these are not projects that are just random scam projects. These are projects that smart people are buying into. So I don't think you're ever going to find a scam project in here. Actually, you will, but very rarely, like Gucci, right? And if you do, look into it as well. But a lot of times it's like, these are the projects that the smart people are buying into. So just also do your own research, and none of this is financial advice. Always do your own research. But what we've done here is we found all of the top traders and what they're buying in here. So the smart money. So yeah, minting is still up. So go over to mint.buckbucknft.com. Go to our website. Go Go to our Twitter to find out more about us, what we've been doing. Check out our YouTube channel. We've been doing videos like for every single day, quite literally every single day. So if you go to our YouTube channel, you can find all of the different videos that we have here. I'm going to be making some more alpha calls in our group. So excited to do that with you guys. We have the tutorial videos coming in from our previous videos, like the yield farming videos and all that stuff. So you guys can watch that, learn how to yield farm. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's live stream. I hope you guys got a lot of value. And once again, guys, thank you guys so much. Okay, the next project is a Renga project coming in June. Oh, okay, cool. So in about a month from now, that's when the people can whitelist and get the next project. That's cool. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed today's content. Thanks a lot. I'll see you guys in the Discord, and let's